Hey, what up, TikTok, YouTube? I have channel messages. I'm going to try to run through this as fast as possible because I don't want to go over 10 minutes. So here we go. Today is February 6, 2026, and here are some channel messages. Now, I want to start off by saying that my messages, channel or tarot, are about the things that are blocking or delaying you from being your highest version of yourself. This can be a person, place, or thing. And when I say person, this can be you. Sometimes we get in our own way and we stop our own growth. All right. So I wrote things down. If you're familiar how I channel, for right now, because I'm always elevating and changing. I write things down and I go with it and I pray on it and we see what we get. So I got, once again, what is your blueprint? Clearly, some of y'all need to know this. There is a need to figure out what your birth chart. You are not just your sun sign. You know, you get people like, I'm a Sagittarius, I'm a Pisces, I'm a Scorpio, I'm a Libra. You know you more than just your sun sign. You have a lot of placements in different areas, houses, and all that stuff. There is a need to probably seek out an astrologist, or they have, you can Google. And if you know your time of birth, you already know the date and the place. Hopefully, if you know the time, you can really know your exact birth chart. But I'm going to keep it moving. Now, I got the Tower and the Lovers. Somebody could be a Scorpio or a Gemini. It doesn't have to be. This is just what I got. Illusions. Comfort and avoidance has or will collapse. Falsehoods being revealed. There will be breakups or confessions that will happen. Karmic love situations is ending. Someone or yourself is going through an ego death. What you're choosing or will be choosing next is going to change everything. You will need to let these things fall. It was never meant to last. All right, you know it's time to choose things that are in alignment with your highest good. All right, so psychological chains. It's time to free yourself and your conditioned mindset. All right. And I got, this could be about those karmic connections, okay? Leon Thomas, Mutt. That's the song I got. So, but it was the one part of the song is, take your time, what's the rush? It's that part. That single part. Spirit saying, take your time. What's the rush? Like maybe you a person that like to rush in relationships and there's a need to get to know these individuals. You never know. People switch up all the time. There's a need to take your time. Don't you rush. All right, so October 27, 2000 could be significant. 2024 is very, very, very significant because I keep getting it for the last month. And 2024 was a leap year. So there could have been something significant that happened to you in 2024. I know for myself, yes, there could have been one for yourself. You have to think back to 2024, not that far ago. What happened? Was there anything significant? If not, you are going through a shift right now. You are shifting. All right. So just think about that moment in time in 2024. All right. There's shifts. These shifts or illusions began to fall around this particular time for you or for some others. It is time to commit or reroute. There is a timeline jump, a switch being flipped. All right. So this part is a collective message, and I got the devil energy. And I call this one Illusion of the American Dream. People are addicted. They're addicted to drugs, consumerism, and unrealistic expectations. These things are fueled by desires and societal pressures. These will lead to ruin. So, I was writing these things down. I took a break. And I started to scroll on TikTok. And I come past a clip of the Pivot podcast with two ex-NFL players that have a podcast together. And Channing Crowder had asked their guest if they'd get back in the ring for a certain amount of money. He said no, and he go and say that for $100 million, I don't know exact words, but I'm just paraphrasing, okay? $100 million, I will. And he like, well, that's you. That just shows your character. So there is something, as I'm writing this and happen to go past this clip, and I'm like, oh, it's something to this. Masks are falling. The veil is thinning. People's slip is showing. People's integrity, their morality. Listen. People's mask is falling. You about to start seeing people for who they are. So, and then I got 7 deadly sins. Pride. Love of one's excellence. Greed. Desires to possess wealth, power. Scarcity mindset. Wrath, anger, rage, or hatred that seeks vengeance. Envy, resentment, sadness at another's good fortune, possession, or traits. This can lead to greed with the greed-eyed monster, or agreeing with envy. Leads to people desiring for another's downfall or loss of blessing. Lust, intense or disordered desire for sexual pleasure, personal gratification. Consuming passion. Objectifies others or behaviors outside of morals, i.e. marriage. All right. Gluttony. Excessive consumption, foods, drinks, or material goods. Sloth. Laziness, boredom, discontentment, misdirected effort. Choosing comfort over a purposeful life. In conclusion, I got temperance energy. And that is moderation and balance. We're human. So we all have certain vices. But there's a need to have moderation with some and balance with some. But understand that you got to have integrity and morals. Certain things you shouldn't even be doing. Okay? But, like I said, we all have vices. So we all have our struggles and what we, as a person, as a human being, have to, really get a grip of. But, lastly, I wrote this down, and I guess this is something people need to know, because some people don't know what it is. Energy vampires, breadcrumbing, love bombing, gaslighting, okay? These things can come from unresolved trauma or narcissism personality disorder. All right, so energy vampire is a colloquial. I can't never say that word, but you know what it means. All right, someone who initially or not intentionally or unconsciously drain your mental and emotional energy. Breadcrumbing, manipulative dating tactic, keeping another interested without any intentions of committing. Love bombing, giving a person attention or affection in order to influence or manipulate that person. Gaslighting, to manipulate someone into questioning their own sanity, memory, or power to reason. Okay? That is the message. So I hope that helped someone in some kind of way. That is for somebody. Take every message is not your message, and it may be a little bits and pieces.